Hello everybody, I'm Lady Calendar. I do welcome you to my channel. I hope you're doing great today. I am doing my 242nd presentation. It will be on Eos. Eos is a second generation Titan. She is the daughter of the male Titan Hyperion and the daughter of the female Titan Thea. Her husband is Astraeus. She is the heralder of the sun. Her brother is Helios, the Titan of the sun. And her sister is Selene, the Titan of the moon, which I did do a presentation on Selene. So Eos, this card is the dawn, and she is the goddess of she is the Titan goddess of the dawn. And this comes from the card Ancient Feminine Wisdom of Goddesses and Heroines by Kay Steventon and Brian Clark. You can get this on eBay or Amazon. I think it's still in print. I'm not sure. But get those cards. They're, especially if you're into the Greek date, goddesses and titans, and primordial. All dealing with the feminine divine, as well as heroines. So, Eos is the Titan of the dawn. And she brings in the light, and she gets rid of the darkness. She gets rid of negative entities and spirits. They flee from her. She has been compared to the Roman goddess of the dawn, Aurora, as well as the Hindu goddess of the dawn, Ushas Devi, which I did a presentation on Ushas Devi, so look that up. So when the sun is coming, she rises from her home of Okeanos, which is also a Titan, by the way, of the ocean. But she rises from her couch and she slips on her robes that is dyed saffron. But also, she wears orange and gold, crimsons, and different reds. And she rises, and she has rosy fingers and arms. She travels on her chariot, but not as grandiose as Helios's chariot. But she rides upon her chariot, being a heralder of the sun, the herald of the sun. She rises every morning, bringing daybreak. She is very beautiful to behold. And it is said that she was cursed by Aphrodite herself because Eos had an affairs with Ares, but he's pronounced Ares. And out of jealousy and anger and hurt, the goddess placed a curse on Eos that she will always keep falling in love. And she did, and she fell in love with deities as well as humans, and she would actually abduct human men. And she had many lovers. Oh yes, she did. Maybe you heard of the love story between Tithonus, the beautiful prince, and she carried him away. And she was so in love with him that she asked Zeus himself, Zeus, the king of the gods, to cast a blessing, a boon, a spell upon teethiness of immortality, but she did forget to say eternal youth. Well, did he ever live forever? But as he grew older and older and older, and his voice crackled, before he grew old, they had such love affairs. But as she grew older, she nursed him until one day he was so old, all he was just a mess. And one of the stories said she turned him into a cricket. Some say cicada, in which he keeps speaking, and he chirps when she comes, when daylight breaks through the dark night sky. She is the goddess of mourning, Morning, not mourning as crying, but she is the goddess of mourning. But she does mourn, oh yes, she does mourn. She mourns the loss of Memnos, and we'll get to that in a minute. We'll get to that in a few minutes, I should say. I want to get through her lovers. She had a love affair with Cephalus, or also pronounced Cephalus in Greek, and she had a love affair in which she had a child with Phaeton, Phaeton, Phaeton. She had a love affair with Orion, yes, the hunter Orion. And he was a hunter upon his death, was turned into the constellation. She had a love affair with Ares, the war god Ares that we call him here. He's one of the Olympians I have yet to do a presentation on, which I will get to eventually. I will get to him. So, now she had many, many children. The most famous, well, she had many famous children. She gave birth to the four winds. She gave birth to the children, the sons of the stars. But her most famous son was Memnon. Now, have you ever seen if you are Catholic, I'm sure you have all seen the image of Mary holding her sacrificed son upon death. Well, the Pieta was an exact replica of Eos holding her son who died in the Trojan War. Memnon was a Trojan who died in the Trojan War. And she held her son. She held her son in the same position, in the same exact position that the Mother Mary was holding her son, a carbon copy, Jesus. So, yeah, the Christians even stole that from us pagans, right? Memnon was even mentioned, I believe, in the Bible. He's even briefly mentioned in the Bible. And she mourns him. He was also in the Ethiopian race. Achilles killed her son. And it was very heart-wrenching for her. So wow. I'm sorry. It was just her planet is the sun. So she is solar. She deals with light. Her plant is the saffron crocus. Her crystals, her stones that deal with her, are pink chalcedony, fire opal, amber, orange calcite, orange calcite, yellow calcite, pink chalcedony, amber, and she deals with she is seen very radiant. She is some like this, seen as wings, and I use this image to represent her. I would say the season that she deals with is spring. And definitely, if you want to call upon her, you can call upon her in the morning times. You can call upon her anytime you wish and worship upon her. But morning time is great, the dawn, daybreak. Also, Ostara is a good celebration for her. So Memnon was killed by Achilles. In fact, Eos's tears did move and pulled on the heartstrings of the king of the gods. And he granted immortality upon Memnon. So you will see that images of Eos cradling the body of her naked, bearded son, in the same pose as Mary cradles her son, is pretty much naked except for like a cloth around his genitals. You know how those Christians are, in the same exact position. The herb that's going to deal with her is definitely saffron. In fact, saffron is really good to deal with her. Colors that deal with her are definitely pastels, but also saffron color, orange, gold, crimson, red, yellow, greens and blues. Actually light blue. We're talking about light blue, not so much as dark blue, but light blue. So you know, around Easter time, how people dress in pastels. That's great coloring for her. That's why I chose this. Exactly why I chose this. She's very desirable, very beautiful. People can call upon her for love, desire, they call upon her for attraction spells. beauty spells, happiness. More when you're going out on a date. She is also good to call upon if you lost a child, especially if the child was murdered. So anytime you're mourning a child, especially when your child died in war or was murdered. So maybe your kid died in line of action of police duty. Maybe your kid was gunned down in a gang war. Don't matter. If you're mourning a child, a daughter, or a son, Eos understands that pain. And you can ask Eos to help people remember your kid, to remember all the good times. And even if your kid became a hardened criminal, he was still, you know, your son, your daughter, to remember the good times. And I'm not going to be sticking up. Well, I'm not going to get into the politics of this. I'm just saying, as a mother for their child or a father for their child, that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to get into your, you know, just if your kid died and during a time of mourning, especially when you're doing a memorial services, Eos can shine light onto the good things and to remember your kid as a baby, the first smile, the first laugh, the first word, the first time your kid walked, you know, your kid's childhood friends, to remember all the good times. Eos can help you with that. So Eos is associated with a new day, so a new start, a fresh new beginning. To begin again. When you fall down and pick yourself up, you begin again. If you had a bad day today, there's always tomorrow to have a better day, to have a bright new future ahead, to start again. So she brings things to light. If you feel you are being harassed by spiritual energy, Eos can help shine the light upon this and chase it away. Her light is enough to illuminate and chase away bad spirits. Her chariot is pulled by horses. Her symbols, her power symbols, are a chariot and horses. Eos deals with light. She is, the Greeks would offer sacrifices to her in the morning and give her prayers. So the type of incense burn for her would be perfumey and flowery. Like, think of Nag Champa, roses. And also very sensual, as she does deal with sex And she does deal with emotions, and she does deal with love. Her chariot is golden. Her animal is a mythical animal dealing with the winged horses, the Pegasuses, could drive her chariots. Now, Eos, when Zeus took over as king of the gods, he allowed Eos to continue what she did. Nothing was taken from her. She deals with fertility, pregnancy. She deals with conception. So she was worshipped by the ancient Greeks to conceive a child. So Aphrodite made her fall in love with mortal men deliberately when she found out she slept with Ares. Now in art, so not only is Aphrodite associated with Ares, but also Eos, because in ancient art, she was depicted with Ares. Despite this curse that was placed upon Eos continued to remain devoted to this god. And they were depicted together in works of art. Some scholars even believe that there was actual working relationships between Ares and the Titan Eos, showing that love can be both not only passionate but beautiful as well as destructive, constructive and deconstructive. So the love between Ares and Eos' relationship is filled with conflict and beauty. So she is also the goddess not only of new beginnings but renewal. So you can use her to cleanse yourself, to purify yourself, for purifications when you feel contaminated, when your home feels contaminated with any spiritual energies, to renew yourself, to purify your home, to purify yourself with this Titan goddess. So sometimes in art, she is depicting riding a chariot and with winged horses. And sometimes she's even seen with a wreath in one hand and a torch in the other. So her tears for her lost love, Tithonus, her tears is what responsible for the morning dew. So when you see the moistness on the leaves in the morning, You know, the Greeks said that was the tears for Tithonus. Tithonus, the beautiful prince. Now, not only with the sun is she associated with, but she's also, in some versions of the story, she is also associated with the morning star, the planet Venus in the morning. Of course, we know Venus is not a star, it's a planet. So she was worshipped, actually worshipped in different parts of Greece, which is also three main places that I know of is Thebes, Athens, and Sparta. So Thebes, Sparta, and Athens. Athens, Sparta, and Thebes. So she has the power of youth and beauty and vitality that she can grant. She can grant you charisma. Look at this rising. She can grant you charisma to help you build good character, to be flirtatious, to be seen and recognized, to be able to be glamorous. She can help you accentuate your beauty. To let you feel young again, to have that second, not second, but like that extra, when you need that extra wind, to get that second wind, or just to feel youthful. So, even though she had a husband, she still had many, 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 many affairs. So, she bore the four winds: Zephyros, Zephyrus, Boreas, Notos, and I know I'm missing something. So Zephyrus is the west wind. So let me. uh, Boreas is the north wind. Notus is the south wind. And I know I'm missing something. So they are the anemoi, the winds. And I know it will come to me. So, but she, her other children was Eosphorus, the Dawnbringer, Astra, the stars, just give me a minute. I'm doing this from memory. I'm so sorry. And this is just goes to prove, well, I don't have a script. Um, there is also, she also gave birth to Euros. She gave birth to Memnon. They has Heros. She Phaeton. She gave birth to Phaeton by Tithonus. So she was pregnant by Tithonus, and she gave birth to Phaeton. But some say that was actually by Caphalos. So it depends on who's telling the story. So her literal name, Eos, means dawn. Dawn. Eos, literally, translation is Eos. So she is the start of the new day. How long have I been talking about? 31 minutes. And it's amazing. My cats aren't being assholes today. They were being assholes like 10-15 minutes before the start of it, so they got their asshole energy out, so, you know, they were jumping on everything and really being assholes. Sorry to say, but my cats are crazy, as you all well know. So, Ovid describes Eos as she even addresses Zeus, the king of the gods, and she says that I may be all of the female goddess, the female deities, and I hold the golden heavens. And in all the shrines in all the world of my shrines are the rarest. So she tells this to Zeus himself. I don't have the exact wording. Sorry, I wish I did. But there are Orphic hymns to Eos. So you can check that up if you want to look at the Orphic hymns. There is hymns to her. And that she is that she wakes up people. She is the one who wakes up reptiles, birds, humans, and that nations rejoice in her, and that she brings light to life, and that she blesses, that she wakes up not only literally people, but also she wakes up the mind, she wakes up the spirit, that she shines radiance upon the minds of the mystics. She is the one to help you become self-aware, to wake up from the deep sleep that they are in life, to open up that third eye, the spiritual eye, the mind, to the great glory within, to the universe within, to know who you are. She is the glorious morning for one to wake up spiritually and magically. She is the holiness, the brightness, and the power within someone who is spiritually awakened. She represents the light that is around us. And after the darkest night comes the glory of the morning. So she is like the light that comes right after the dark night of the soul. She brings humankind delight and joy and happiness. She is described as the blushing Eos, the blushing dawn. She brings celestial light beams upon the world after the darkest night. And after the night comes the dawn, the morning. She brings a smile of radiance to people's faces and lights up the spirits. She is said to open the gates for Helios, the gates of the sunrise. She's also known as far-shooting Eos. Far-shooting Eos with the crimson face, the crimson blushing face that sends forth her light to the world. I got something in my eye. Sorry. Ugh, that hurts. I hate that. Lash right in my eye, right? Eos has different titles, and those titles are one of the transliteration is Tito, which means day, D-A-Y, the morning twilight. She is known as the rosy fingered. She's also known as the rosy armed. She is the early born. She's also known as the golden armed. She is the one who wears the saffron robe. She's also known as light bringer. So face face Phoros, which is the feminine form of light bringer. So would it be wrong to say Luciferia? Like Lucifer is the male, and this is Latin now. Lucifer is the male light bringer. Luciferia is the feminine light bringer. So you can call her Luciferia, or the female Lucifer, the feminine Lucifer. But I digress. So when you feel sad, when you feel oppressed, when you feel left out, when you feel depressed, call upon Eos. But if your depression is bad or you feel you need a therapist, then go seek one. So, offerings to Eos. You can give her saffron water, saffron threads, beautiful colored flowers, the crystals that I have mentioned, the amber, the orange calcite, the yellow calcites, the pink chalcedony. Give her like the pastel cakes. Lady fingers. Some of these are modern. So give her lady fingers. Give her petite fours cakes. Give her sugar cookies. Give her honey cakes. I mean, you can't go wrong with chocolates. But definitely when it comes around Ostara time and Easter time, give her Easter candies. Give her, those Easter treats. Peeps. You can't go wrong with Peeps. Sugary Peeps. I know everyone makes a joke that they're meant for the garbage, but seriously, some people just love Peeps. Colored marshmallows. That's what Peeps are really sugary, but they actually would make a good treat, and you can get Peeps all year round. So one of her other flowers is also roses, so give her roses. Rose water is also a good offering for her, as well as saffron water. And I did a presentation on rose water. Give her elegant French pastries. Give her like nice little desserts. So you can get her like beautiful designer candles that look like cakes and everything and that are lightly scented. Or you can give her a simple candle. Give her cakes that have confectioner's sugar on it. Angel cake is a good one. Angel cake, pound cake, delicious cakes with frostings or just frosting itself. Those are just some ideas to give her. Her symbols are also not only a chariot but also a tiara and the saffron cloak. Her sacred animals are the cricket, cicada, and the Memnonide birds because when her son was cremated, it from the ashes the Memnonide birds arose, and this was a blessing from the gods, from Zeus himself. So the Memnonide birds are her animals. So winged horses as well. The other child, the other winds, they'll say, look, let's get this. Boreas, Notus, Zephyrius, oh come on, Euros, EU, EURUS. I'm sorry, EURUS. I think I should write these things down, but you know, I like to do this from memory. Oh, Lacey jewelry. She loves lace. She wants me to tell you she loves lace. So you can get filigree jewelry, lacy looking jewelry. But she does love lace. So you can just put lace, you know, like lace, like you can give her, and she does enjoy pretty shells. She really does enjoy pretty shells, and that's why I have this, and I put her name on here. So she does love, I'm not talking about shoelace, we're talking about lace. Not shoelace, but lace. Come on, Joker. Here we go. Is she approachable? Very much so. Oh yes, is she ever approachable. She, as maiden, warrior, mother, crone, sovereign, queen, I would associate her with maiden, but she is also mother, but she definitely also associates with maiden. The place to, of course, honor her, the best direction would be east, to face east. I know I'll be asked about that. And like I said, her best season is springtime. So the place that had the most written records is about her was in Athens. But she was also worshipped in Thebes as well as Sparta. But the place that had the most actual written records was in Athens. She also is shown up in the story of the Odyssey. She seems to show up more in literature than actual religious practice. So I did want to bring that up about her. She does love luxuries. And of course the most luxurious spice is saffron. So she does deal with having luxuries, having comfort, having beautiful things in life. So saffron was believed to have been first cultivated in Greece, but saffron is native to Western Asia. She can help you find pleasure. She believes in a pleasurable life. So she can help you have pleasure and luxury. Eos is Now there was some sources that are saying that she has a warrior side to her because she's able to drive off spirits. But I also believe that is also her light that can do it. Her light. Eos is also a wise Titan. She's not stupid. She's not. She's not. She's not. She's not. Some people may think she's flaky. She is not. She's not flaky. She is wise. She will banish malevolent entities and spirits. She's an erotic. All because she's erotic doesn't mean she's stupid. She's not a bimbo, okay? So I know some people have asked me long in the past, hey, isn't Eos a bimbo? No, she's wise, she's smart, she's intelligent, she's erotic. She is very erotic. And yes, she can be used in sex magic and in sexual rites. How long have I been talking about her? Wow, 51 minutes. Gee, I feel like I've only been talking about 25 minutes. Where does time go? And she does love flowery things. So if you were to build an altar, a permanent altar, or even you can put pictures of sunrise. You can put like the morning sun, rays of light, flowers. She's even said to wear flowery garments. So, you know, think of like flowery garments and flowers and orange and colors that I said she represents. Beautiful things, lace. She also appears in flowery cloth of gold. So think of gold. And she does love jewelry. Another thing. She likes, some people, I'll say she does like pearls. It's not her main stone, but she does like beautiful shells. Uh, she rises from within the water, so you could put pictures of oceans. Her element is the air. So I do want to close this off because I've been talking about her about 53 minutes. So you can find more information about her on the internet. You know, just cross-reference the information you get because the internet is always a reliable source. So I do not have a members only for, like, you know, when you go to YouTube you say, oh, you get extra content. I don't have a Patreon account. And I love money. I am a material girl. I do love luxurious things. But the money that you would give me, let's just say if you wanted, let's say if I had a Patreon account, please think about giving to any charity you like. Animals, human, for nature. You know, hell, donate blood. If you like this video, don't go donate blood to help save lives. Donate plasma to help save lives to people who are fighting cancer and who need that plasma. Give to others. And as much as I would love your money, give it to the charities. So my videos are going to be remaining free. And, you know, I would love to monetize my channel. And if I get enough subscribers, if I get enough views, I'll be able to do that. And it will still cost you absolutely nothing. Also, another thing that you can do for me is to please do spells for money for me. Because I love luxuries, I love money, and I love going to concerts. So I'll accept that. That'll be great. Do some high power spells. Do some ceremonial magic and Nokia magic. Whatever. Do some Goetia for me. Let me have good luck. Let me have protection. Let my cats have protection and good luck. Send good health and good energies my way. I'll accept that. That'll be great. So that would mean more to me than you handing me, that good old dollar bill. So anyways, you can also pay me by liking this video, sharing this video with your friends and family, and your social media accounts. Also subscribe to my channel. That's another payment for me. So thank you so much. You are awesome if you are still here. And if you hear this, I'm playing with the Joker because he wants to do very bad things. So anyways, thank you so much for watching this. You are awesome, and as always, blessed be.